The fuck, Alice? You actually get a notification? You've been busy the past few days, that's why you were here so quick? That's right, you've been watching devs, like you said you were going to. Right? Right? You started that. God damn it. What kinds of stupid things were you doing, Alice? Was there any frolicking involved? Kinda. Nice. You know what I haven't thought about? How much money I could potentially get if I actually do fix every controller that I have on my backlog right now. I've been more focused on like what I'm gonna get if I fix the only, well, if I clean the only ones that work, which would be $20. Oh, what movie did you see? Shopping's fun. I haven't done that in a long time. But then again, the malls out here have gotten weird. Like the closest one to me, the ghetto one, most of the shops in it are closed. And then the far one, the nice one that I used to go to back in college, or well, not college, in high school, like junior high, high school, and, you know, bought $300 pants. That mall is still there, but a lot of the shops have closed, and it's just not gone downhill, but it's definitely not as nice as it used to be. It doesn't have as many interesting stores in it. Oh yeah, there's two other malls. 75? I don't know. FNAF 2? Did it live up to the hype? Let's see. Then we've got the other mall that is a giant, like, football field. I mean, it's an indoor football field. It's just like, you know, one giant fucking oval. Most of the good shops in that are gone too. But, I mean, it's still fucking packed. And then there's the outdoor mall that's by that one. Those two are right next to each other. Weird. less space for a third? Of course it fucking did, because there's like fucking 15 games already. Plus, you know, Matthew Lillard. It's his comeback. You know, I'm not trying to hate on Matthew Lillard or anything, and I am glad that you know, he's gotten some representation with Palestine and whatnot, and like the LGBTQ community. But at the same time, I still feel like he's very out of touch. And I'm also still mad at, you know, the Silent Hill franchise. I still find it very bad taste that, you know, they got rid of their lead actress because she was speaking out on Palestine and shit, and then all of a sudden he's on the same fucking stage and says something and nothing happens, but they also brought him back to like pretend like the other shit never happened. So it's just kind of like they're completely trying to wipe everything under the rug. There's no way there's a Toys R Us out there. Toys R Us went bankrupt like 6 years ago. What? It does seem as though they are coming back. Oh, oh my god. But I was going through consoles last night. I think I've got a working Xbox 360, two Xbox Ones, S's, the disc ones, and then a PlayStation 3 Slim. So far. So far. I need to stress test them, but they work initially, seemingly. Fuck yeah. I'm very happy about it. I just hope it's true. And I don't, you know, like start stress testing it and find out that there's a different issue. PlayStations have a bunch of different issues. I think there's like hold on. I know I have two yellow lights of death. And then I've got one red light of death. And then possibly disk drives. One of them, it doesn't seem to read anything. And the other one, it just won't even open. So I don't even know if it reads it. So I'm gonna try to count this real quick. Let's see. Oh fuck. If I can fix every controller that I have currently, it would be $250. Yeah. Technically a little bit more because, you know, I'd also be charging a little bit for the repairs on each one. And considering there's over 20, and even if I did like $5, it'd be 100. That sounds nice. And I've got a bunch of parts that should be here between, well, basically by New Year's. Everything should be here by New Year's. That I currently need. Well, okay, everything but the shift register chips, which is fucking pissing me off because I kept, you know, trying to look for another one. I found another one and I was gonna get those, but then I started looking into it and I was like, wait a minute, those are the same ones, I think. So I was looking at it and then I started comparing them, and visually they look the same to me. They have the same pinouts. So then I did the PDFs and asked Kimmy, and Kimmy was like, yep, they check out. Plus, there's this point that actually says that, you know, they're directly compatible that I didn't read. And I was like, oh, thanks for fucking pointing that out. So they really, really should. Like, this is like triple confirmed realistically. And then I went and asked DeepSeek, and DeepSeek was like, yep, plus, and then it told me. So I was like, fuck, that's like 5 confirmations that this is the same fucking chip that I need, but it doesn't fucking work for some reason. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that. Because everything is telling me that it is the same chip. Between AI and my own eye. And I mostly want them to work because, you know, I ordered 50 of them. And they were only 35 cents each, but I need to put this Wii back together and then start working on these controllers. But I haven't wanted to do that at all today. I haven't wanted to do shit. I woke up at like 4. Well, have you played any of the Bone Chill event on the DBD? I thought you said you weren't having issues. You are still? You you pulled an ADHD? I do that a lot. That's why I'm really nervous about the 4 fucking consoles that seemingly work. I'm afraid that now I've told you that I have 4 consoles that work, I'm going to clean them and then, you know, put new shit in it, the paste and whatnot, and then I go to test it. And then all of a sudden I find out it's fucked. That sucks. That sucks. It would be like that Slim PS2 that it happened with first. I'm also scared to, because I've cleaned all of my consoles now, except for my PlayStation 4, and you know I have never finished my PlayStation 3, which is the one I started with, but that one needs an HDMI port, so I'm kind of fucked until I can learn how to solder. I do too. You know why? Mostly because I want them and I can sell the ones I don't. But also because then that way I could play Naughty Bear on the Xbox 360 and be like, hey, Alice, look at this. I just realized. Okay, I was just gonna say. I just realized I don't even know if the microphone can pick up that voice. Ugh. I swear to God, like, I'm gonna fucking fix these controllers. It's just really a pain in the ass. I feel like there should be a song about green eggs and ham, Jean-Claude Van Damme, in the stylings of "This Is the Day That the Lord Has Made." You know what I just realized? My brain is like a non-stop "Whose Line Is It Anyway" fucking hoedown or Drunken Irish song or some shit. Basically, they're music bits. Hey, don't ask the questions. I mean, you've given me enough time to actually start thinking of a verse, so. I should probably start something. I'm gonna go get our boost, and then I'm gonna do the Wii, and then we'll move to the controllers, and we'll go from there. Because I have 5 controllers that I'm hoping don't need any actual like repairs. They just need to be, well, some repairs. 2 of them I think need soldering, and three of them. Well, no, 2 of them have stick drift, and then one of them has just a button that I need to press really hard. So I'm hoping that, cleaning it will fix 3 of them, and then a little bit of solder will fix 2 of them. And then I need to do some more neck stuff. My neck's getting almost there. I can move most of it. I do think I added a thing to my repair list. I think I found the Wii vibrator motor. Walking the fine line of not overdoing it. Takes me almost twice as long to, or a little more than twice as long to get home from the bike ride now. But my cardio is super low. It's a very low effort ride home. Just now, instead of me dying and, you know, sweating my ass off and shit, and it taking an hour and like me nearly having a heart attack and a stroke and all that, now it takes an hour and I can breathe just fine. It doesn't bother me at all. It mostly just bothers me because I'm going so fucking slow. And I'm like, I feel like Mitch Hedberg when he's talking about, I need to read faster. Like, I need to ride faster. Talk about embracing the contraction. God, it has been 20 years since Mitch Hedberg died. Fuck. I think. I think he's probably the only comedian that I used to listen to that I would still listen to. Yep, 2005. I vividly remember because I was in high school and Boondock Saints fucking special edition came out, and that was the first time I heard of that. And Mitch Hedberg had a special, and I was gonna go get tickets to his show, and then he fucking died. There's a comedian on TikTok that like looks like him and has the same kind of style and jokes, and he was on some, you know, that piece of shit show, Tony, you know, I don't know, that fucking shitty comedian. He was on that show, and they were like, aren't you just like a ripoff of Mitch Hedberg? And he was sitting there like, you know, complete Mitch Hedberg persona type. Like, I don't know who that is. And yeah. So I don't know if like he's legit just has the uncanny resemblance and personality that goes with it of Mitch Hedberg, or if it is a bit. But yeah, he definitely 100% seems like an uncanny Mitch Hedberg in every way. But see, I don't feel like it's that fucking hard to you know, be a Mitch Hedberg copycat. Realistically, 90% of it is probably just neurodivergence, long hair, and sunglasses because you're trying to hide in public. You don't like people looking at you. You don't like being perceived. You don't like being on stage, and you have nothing but anxiety and a horror around people. That's all you really need to be Mitch Hedberg. And I'm not saying like that he had ADHD or anything like that, but I'm pretty fucking sure he was on some kind of spectrum. And that dude had major social anxiety. It's funny because if you actually listen to his stand-up, his first CD, like he definitely has no confidence whatsoever in that one. And his second one, I forgot how many years later it was. Just a couple of years though. It came out in 2003, but he had a lot more confidence in that one. But what was it? I think it was the one where he lacked confidence. He also sounded very drunk. He was fucking 6'1", Jesus. I reference him all the time, but nobody ever gets it. Especially when people comment something about like, I need to drink water on my water videos or something. Because I love his plant joke about that. He has his joke, I think I've told you about it, for hard to reach plants that he saw, on late night infomercial for. And it was some product that, you can water your hard to reach plants with it. And then he just goes off on this bit like, that seems so mean. Why the fuck would you make your plant hard to reach? I know you need water, but I'm gonna put you way over there. Think like a cactus. I will, and then he says something about like, before you shrivel and die, or and then something about, or I will throw some water at you. It's fucking great. I love Mitch. Yeah, he was extremely deadpan. And a lot of basic jokes. Like this one here. I like reed fried beans. That's why I want to try fried beans. Maybe they're just as good and they weren't wasting time. But it's all in his tonality and delivery. I love his bit about escalators becoming temporarily stairs. It's fucking true. Like, you should never have an escalator out of order sign. Escalator temporarily stairs. Sorry for the fact that you can still get up there. The dude was younger than I was when he died. Jesus. I'm getting old. I'm now older than Mitch Hedberg. I did not know Dimitri Martin was that old. God damn. Dimitri Martin is 52? I forgot about him. I used to like him too. I feel like Dimitri Martin might be another one that would hold up. Yeah, he's deadpan. One of the best ones is his passionate one about forklifts. I want to see a forklift lift a crate of forks. Be so damn literal. It's fucking great. Or there's one about absinthe. Why is the floor as low as I can go? Because he's talking about how, he's an alcoholic and he went to Amsterdam and, absinthe is supposed to make you hallucinate. They say that, that there's a hallucinogen in it. So when I'm there, I try it. But really, it's just an alcohol. So, I'm just getting drunk and I keep drinking more, trying to force the trip. But eventually, it gets to the point, where he's talking about how he's on the floor and why is the floor as low as I can go? Oh. Yeah, I haven't listened to him in probably 20 years, but I remember like every album verbatim almost. Just about really. Cause yeah, he only did 2 albums before he died, and then they did an album like shortly after he died that was really just a release of different material, unreleased material. That's my comedian green flag. Like if you like Mitch Hedberg, all right. Most of them are red flags. I feel like realistically, comedians are probably the easiest. Um, I guess to make that judgment by, because like you can tell a lot of by somebody by the comedians that they idealize. Like, did I used to listen to Russell Brand and Dane Cook and fucking shit like that? Sure. But it's been a long time, and I would never consider it again. Well, comedy's the easiest because that right away you can tell, like, okay, so they like racist jokes. Oh, you know, they like misogynist jokes. Oh, they like domestic violence jokes. Like, it's shit that punches down, you know. Comedians that focus on specific demographics. I really don't want to do anything, but I need to make money and fix everything. All right. All right, Alice. You sit here and you fucking tell me that one of these things is not like the other. The same fucking picture, I swear to God. Look, this is from an NES. This is the one that I purchased. VCC, VDD. But that's really just 5 volt, and guess what that means? Fucking 5 volt! Can't read. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll read for you. PI 567. Start button, select button, B button. P567. I mean, it doesn't say start button and all that, but I mean, it's the same shit, same pins. Q7, Q7. Now here's where it does kind of lose me a little bit, but that should be the ground. I'm pretty sure this is the clock, and this should be the latch. And then we go back up this side, and it's all the exact same again. The VSS, the P, and then 2, 3, 4, and then Q8, Q6, P8. We got all that over here too in the same order. The only 3 that are slightly different are the grounds, the clock, and the latch. Which, fuck, where? Now I gotta read stuff again. Well, more stuff. But you get the point. Yeah, so DS is clock. Oh, fuck. Maybe they are. Maybe those are switched. Oh, never mind, never mind. It's like reading the fucking psychology, what do you call them? Fuck, I forgot what you call them. Abstracts? Alright. Enough of this. Oh, you know what I calculated out? Speaking of calculations, so it's actually cheaper to get like 14 crates of the 4-gallon 99% isoprofiles than it is to get 55-gallon drum. So that's the point at which the alcohol is the most economical. The 4-pack of the 1-gallon 99%. By quite a large margin. Because it's $200 cheaper than getting the standard bottles, and then it's also like $200 cheaper than getting the 55-gallon barrel. So we kind of legitimately picked the Goldilocks at the 4 1 gallons. And it's still $30 cheaper than the 4, 32-ounce ones. The 1 gallon, getting 4 of those. $30 to $200 cheaper, depending on how much you use. Which I've been going through it. I try to pour like, just a little tiny splash. Like, I know you don't drink, but do you know how to like properly drink a shot? And I'm not talking like an alcoholic. I'm talking like a connoisseur. just lightly sipping on it. Like you're I mean, without looking it up or remembering vividly, you're essentially just trying to get the taste and the sense into your palate. Like barely enough to coat the inside of your mouth and esophagus. You're not drinking water, you're not drinking Dr. Pepper, you're not drinking your fucking caramel frappuccino, your latte. You're just sipping. Now that I think about it, it's basically like wine tasting, except for you don't spit it out and you sip less. But the moral of the story is like that's about how much I try to pour out at a time. Very, very little. Like a fraction of a shot. If I fill up 25% of a shot glass, that is way too much for me. That's usually at the point I make a face and go, oh God, and then try to pour a little bit back in. Did you guys see Santa at the mall? I just thought of it because there's bells. Santa and his claws. You know, in all honesty, looking back at religious families that you know didn't allow Santa rhetoric made a lot more sense than religious families that did. You know, so those oddball kids that like, oh yeah, we don't do the Santa thing. Like, realistically, they were the only ones doing it right. Even though, you know, they were the most fucked up out of it because they didn't get it. But still, you get what I'm saying? Like, kinda. Because, you know, even religious, like Christmas is supposed to be Jesus's birthday. But that's just really glossed over in most Christian families by Santa's bringing presents and it's Jesus' birthday. Like, nobody even says, like, Santa's bringing presents for Jesus or for Jesus' birthday. It's just like, it's Jesus' birthday and also Santa's bringing presents for everybody. Yay. Especially when you bring like the whole no false idols thing. It makes a lot more sense to be like, no, we don't celebrate Santa Claus. It's Jesus' birthday. Our Lord and Savior. Exactly. The denial of magic and all that. Like the families that didn't let you watch Harry Potter because witchcraft is satanic. That makes more sense religiously in you know that view than the justification for everything else. That's all I'm trying to say. We could honestly blame Coca-Cola for that. That's fair. What the fuck? How many movies has Liam Neeson recently done? Oh, I guess this was 5 years ago. Still. I'm just scrolling through Netflix looking for something to watch while I put together the thing. Dude, and how many Knives Out movies are there? Apparently 3 is the answer. I only know of one. Like, what the fuck, you know? I don't know of any. I don't even have the Netflix. Well then. Oh my god. The one I saw was a fucking sequel? What the fuck? So there's Knives Out, then there's Knives Out Glass Onion, which is the one I saw. And now there's Knives Out Mystery. Oh, Wake Up Dead Man. Wake Up a Dead Man. Knives Out. Okay. I've got some spraining to do. Somebody on TikTok made a post yesterday or today about the OA, and oh my god, I think I was the only person to like it. And I commented, you know, it did seem like, you know, it was recently posted, but still, I've never heard anybody else mention that show. But yeah, it was so good. That's basically what they were talking about. Like, I've never heard anybody talk about this show, but I'm upset it was canceled and you should watch it. I was like, I fucking wholeheartedly agree. Actually, I think I just said indubitably or in some emoji. I don't really remember what it was, but I'm want to say it was something about parallel universe as well as body farming. Oh, there was another TikTok I saw about the menu of something I didn't notice. I've only watched the menu once though. That was like, was that during COVID? When did that movie come out? I don't know. It's been a couple years. But do you know anything about the menu to begin with? Oh yeah. So no, not cannibals. What happens is it's like the one of the world's elitist restaurants or whatever kind of thing, and he's supposed to be like the best chef in the world, and everybody tries to get in his restaurant and all this, but it's gotten to the point where, it's so off limits to everybody that it's lost its purpose essentially. And the whole movie is a critique on like capitalism and like all kinds of other shit, but what I'm trying to get to the point of is, yes, everybody dies because for the like he just does these weird plates for the night, but it's all for his final dish that it's going to be his masterpiece. And this is like an art performance of food essentially. So for the last piece, he talks about how everybody loves s'mores and essentially how fucking terrible they are and what a disgrace to the palate they are. And then he dresses everybody up like s'mores and then lights the whole place on fire. But he lets out the one chick because she wasn't supposed to be there, because Nicholas Holt was supposed to bring his girlfriend, but she broke up with him, so he hired a hooker to go in her place. And the chef picks up on that and was like, "You're not supposed to be here," because everybody was personally handpicked and invited for that night for specific reasons. So everything down to each individual season is handpicked for the specific people there. So yeah, she is a wrench in the night kind of thing. But she at the end, asks him for a last request, and she asks for a cheeseburger, just a plain basic dirty grill, uh you know classic American diner cheeseburger. And he does it and then lets her go. I didn't realize that. I guess she saw a picture of him at some point, like when he first started, and he was actually happy. He was making cheeseburgers. So like that was kind of the whole thing. Plus her being a hooker, she's a giver, so she's giving back to him too. In his last moments before he kills everybody and himself. But to be fair, everybody in there is a willful participant to some extent. I mean, they are threatened with violence to stay in their seats, but at the same time, they could just, you know, get up and leave. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one now. Look for the fucking picture. remember what I was thinking when he let her go. I mean, I knew like, yeah, she wasn't supposed to be there. The menu? It's on Tubi. I just saw it. Yeah, right there. On Tubi, bro. God, you know what was fucking good? This poster reminds me of it. The Lookout. The Fall, I think it was. No. Oh, it was just Fall. God. Yeah, Fall was good. Jesus Christ. Doesn't look like it's on anything, but that had some twists. That was on Hulu. I've told you about that one, I'm pretty sure. Two girls go climbing on a radio tower. Then they get stuck because it falls apart. They can't get down. But then they lose their only supplies because they fall down. And then one of them jumps down to get it and gets stuck. And then falls to her death. But then we find out that was all a hallucination and she died to begin with. And she's been dead for the whole time we've realistically seen. And her friend's just been hallucinating. And then but she found out like not only did her boyfriend die, and then her friend that convinced her to go climbing again a year later, because they were all avid climbers, found out that they were also fucking. Fucked up. You know what I'm stoked about? A lot of psych has been showing up in my FYP lately, and I saw an interview with James Roday talking about how, you know, the idea is not entirely off the table to make another movie. Basically, they all like hanging out. Which is the complete fucking opposite of The Walking Dead. Everybody, oh, I want to move on to other projects. I feel like a lot less people would want to move on to other projects if it was a better environment. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on around that show, but seems like a lot of people just requested to be out of it. Should have fucking known from season 1, to be honest. No, that was the original stir of the show, because like, you know, after the first 6 episodes, well, no, 2 seasons. Okay, so the second season, you know, Dale was one of the biggest ones when he got killed off, and that was widely known that he left for personal reasons, because you know, the director that he was tied to was fired, so out of respect he didn't want to do the show anymore. And ever since, it seems like something probably stuck in the air, because he wasn't the only fucking one to leave willingly. I mean, like Andrew Lincoln, like that, you know, definitely checks out, makes sense. Yeah, I want to be back home, spend time with my family. I mean, yeah, to an extent, other projects make sense, but at the same time, for everybody, dude, when is The Wandering Earth Part 3 coming out? God damn it. Isn't it like 2027? I feel like it's, yeah, god damn it. 2027. I called it. Still got another fucking whole ass year. Fuck if I know. I don't even know what that movie is. That's because you don't watch Chinese media. Okay? You barely watch English media. I watched a Portuguese film the other day about time looping. I didn't pay attention to any of it. I've told you about the Wandering Earth several times. That's the one where you take Bikini Bottom and move it over there. The Earth is dying, so the scientists come up with a bunch of jet engines to propel the Earth into Jupiter's orbit. Or like through a wormhole or something. But it's 3 2-hour movies to do this. I feel like it's like the Chinese Avatar, you know? A whole lot of story set up in an entire franchise. The Endless? I've heard that. What is it? 2017. Almost 2 hours, so it's just under an epic. Two brothers must re-examine their belief systems when they get a message sent to visit the end of days UFO death cult they escaped from 10 years ago. Fuck it! Oh shit, what are we doing? We're quoting things. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is of the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft. Friends tell each other how they feel with relative frequency. Siblings wait for more convenient time, like their deathbeds. Unknown. Anything else? Dude, I just want like $1,000 and a day off at this point. I feel like you can agree with that. Fuck it. Uh, well, well, half it and give it to me. Fuck double it and give it to the next person. Half it and give it to me. I'll take 500 and one day off, please. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that like an hour ago. After bitching about the fact that you didn't watch Devs, I was gonna, because you know that was your days off, and then I was gonna lead that into your next day. What about it feels weird? Because you ain't done it before. It's unfamiliar territory with unfamiliar co-workers. God damn it. I just put on my headphones. This is cult. This is a cult. Tomato, potato. What was it? One of the Reiki lives I was in, like last night or yesterday or the day before, said something along the lines of exactly what I said to you the other day. Like if you don't, oh, that's what it was. If you don't make time for your wellness, your body will make time for you with illness or something. You don't choose to make time for your wellness, you'll have to make time for your illness, something like that. I was like, yep, it's fucking true. I don't recall the correlation, but I don't think I want to watch this. I don't think it's gonna be good. Then again, I shouldn't be watching. I should be fucking putting things together. Taking them apart. And cleaning them. And doing jumping jacks. And standing on one leg. Background noise. Are you suggesting that I should find something else for background noise because it would be more sufficient? Because I'm in agreement. I do need to stretch. I might need to do a couple workouts. I want to try something. Aha! I mean, okay. I removed the button, but it didn't help. Shit. So, on paid websites, if they, have those pop-ups that come over that tell you like, oh, you need a subscription to, read beyond this, like the New York Times, whatever. You can edit the HTML to take that off so that you can at least view that page. I was kind of hoping you could do the same thing with, things like Netflix and whatnot. You don't know how to edit HTML? We learned that in MySpace. Hold on. Oh no, I cannot access page because it's in the way. You go inspect, and then you find the element that you need. It just takes a little bit of patience. God, actually, where is it? Where the where is it? Unless they finally did something about it. You never used MySpace? Did you know you could do any of this? Do you know any HTML whatsoever? Because it helps to know the difference between divs and footers and navs and scripts. iframe. But fuck. I legit... Oh, here it is. Is it because we right-clicked in the wrong place? So, now we delete that. And it should work. Boop. Well. We didn't delete enough of it. How do we delete the whole fucking... There we go. But where's the end? That's the end of it. This is the end. So where's the start? Is this it? Is that it? Right here? Boom. Delete. Get out of here, monkey. Well, I mean, now we've at least accessed his picture. I don't know if there was actually an article here, or supposed to be, but I just clicked on a random fucking link. But yeah. You can go even further. Why does it seem so fucking difficult? There we go. It's been a while since I've tried any of this. Can you read that? Aha! Look, this article's totally about you. Are you actually playing or still cleaning? Amber? The fuck does it look like? Welcome in. No, you can't read this? There is. The Mysterious Life of Alice. For more than a century, this black soldier from Virginia was remembered by nearly no one. You like your story? I didn't put in any of the other stuff. I just added Alice. You know, I looked up and Amber's in which land? Realistically, you could also go so far as to find the image and replace the whole thing. And then you could, boom, a screenshot it and be like, yeah, look, there's an article about me in the New York Times. And then people will be like, that's AI. And you can be like, you're dumb as fuck. Do you even know what AI is and does? I remember a while ago, before it got taken down, I put a picture of my scarification process on Facebook, and it went kind of viral until it got taken down. But several people were like, "It's fucking Photoshop." It's like, oh my god. I'm re-looking for another movie now. The Wave was a really good movie. I've watched that a couple times. I think that's a time loop. Drug loop. The drug-induced time loop. Is that all my time loop movie suggestions? The Wave. Let's see, I don't know if it would really be a full time loop. Speaking of Ghost Ship, you know what's good? Event Horizon. That's basically like Ghost Ship in space. I swear, every promotional picture, actually, I guess just every picture of Adrian Brody has like the same emotive feel to it. Do you not agree? Look at this. Like, I feel like he's always making that face. That's all the time you get to look. You take too long. Every time I die. That sounds like a time loop. It is. Alright, we'll try it. "2019. Man feels responsible for his sister's death, so he travels through his friends' bodies to keep them from being next." I don't like it. First person. It's first person. I don't like it. The worst part is it's not just first person, like it's first person with blinking. So like we're getting the quick head turns and shit, the quick looks at the floor and all that. And we're blinking. We get it, you're artistic. Dude, the actual actor didn't even blink that time. He's not even blinking, but you're making the camera blink. I don't fucking like this. Dude, I think the VFX like edited this with their fucking eyes closed. It literally would have been simpler just to make the camera actually blink when the actor blinked. They made it blink so many more times than the actual actor looking in the mirror. Oh my god. Unless, you're giving the illusion of, the person inside a person type of thing. But at that point, like, why are we even blinking then? Honestly, that would have been a pretty sick ending for Triangle. Could you imagine if we got through that whole thing, she got back to her house, found the abusive version of her beating, Tommy, and then murdered her, and then took over her life because it was actually a parallel universe where she was just a piece of shit. A lot less introspective, but still pretty cool. Kind of Rick and Morty type situation, I guess. You just bump into the wrong universe, kill off the former you, and play off as nothing happened. I thought that for like a good 15 seconds before I was like, oh no, she's just dead and this whole thing is just continuing. Because again, I got it from asking for other movies in the multiverse category. God damn it, Alice. Supposed to remind me to put the little fucking thingy back. There. Why wouldn't it be your job? Well, whose fault is that? Rhetorical. Yours. I didn't realize you had to be here to even know what I'm doing or talking about and what I need to be reminded of. God damn. I guess I should just do your fucking job for you then. Just for faults. Well, I don't know why, but it was only in first person in the beginning. Hasn't been since. I would like a snack. I'm sure you didn't bring me any. Then you should shut your mouth, but look where we're at. I have Pop Tarts. See? That's better. That's not a real meal. And I have Pop Tarts too, but that does sound a little bit sugary right now. That's the reason why I still have them, honestly, is because like they're too sugary for me. What kind of Pop Tarts do you have? Is it the brown cinnamon sugar? The best kind? Wow, brr. Fair enough. Yeah, I even have a whole fuckload of some other pastry ones, but they're still too sugary. They're a lot thinner, but sugary. I'll get one of my 27 packs of potato chips. What I'm gathering is this dude's basically Superman. Watching his sister get murdered or whatever traumatized him so bad that he ended up living an entire life and going back in time to save her. This dude just flashed back to when he was 9 years old, being seen by a church nun psychiatrist. What the fuck? Well, his friends were right. So, like, he woke up in the woods, and his friends came to find him. And they're like, "What the fuck were you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're saying some weird shit." And then they showed him the video because apparently they were videoing their conversations before that, and he's basically just holding a book that they didn't even know he had of old photos, and he's like, "Oh, it's just my sister. She's dead. She died when we were little. I killed her." So according to Conscious Him, that didn't even. It's not even how it happened. If she fell in the river, he jumped in and tried to save her. That's even according to his father. God damn it, Alice. Never mind. Found it. Oh fuck. Alice, you should totally fucking take apart the CD drive and clean that and then give it back to me. I want to do it. I want to do it. I will say one thing about this movie. It makes me think an awful lot about Supernatural. Because all I keep hearing in it is Sam, 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 Sam. You're terrible at this house. Oh fuck. We did We did lose some network. My internet's doing some piggy dipping. Yeah, it looks like it's evening out now, but we definitely hit a spike there. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. But it's not my GPU or those settings, so that's cool. Damn it. Damn. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was his fault, kinda. Looking at this flashback, they were playing with a dead bird, and he was taking pictures of it. And then she was like, "Come on, let's go." And he was like, "No, I don't want to." And then she was trying to take a picture, and then he was like, "Give it back." And they started fighting over his camera, and the strap broke, and she tripped and fell over the fucking ledge into the river. Which, you know, my whole PTSD theory is holding up, because they did just go over the fact that he had so much PTSD from it that he had to go back and redo second and third grade because he couldn't read, write, or talk. Which I feel like that was more of a plot line, more versus a realistic thing. I'm not saying that, you know, somebody wouldn't forget to read and write, but I don't think, you know, they'd have to go back a couple years in school. Fuck. So he's teleported into one of his other friends' bodies and trying to convince them that like he's not him, he's him. And they're like, dude, you're tripping the fuck out. You're just having a break. You have DID. Take your meds. You're not Sam. That's just your alter talking. You're Jay. But it's literally like the other dude in his body. Could you imagine if we do find that out? Like imagine the late 2000s. Well, I guess not the late. What would we call this? It's not the early 2000s anymore. 2020s. The 2020s are like the 1800s of mental health, you know? And then in like 200 years, we find out that people with DID and personality disorders like actually did have consciousness transfers. And then the whole movie or the TV show The Travelers was actually like based on reality, and consciousness were being sent back in time to try to save humanity from catastrophic events in the future. I like it. You know, Dick Van Dyke turned 100. Dick Van Dyke outlived Betty White. Who? Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of his recent interviews about it. His 100th birthday. He attributes his longevity to not wasting time with anger, uh, singing, and essentially just enjoying things. Which, by his theory, I should be dead soon. So, surprised I'm not already. Oh, hi, Ariel. You want a sunbath? I mean, your food? Same Z's actually. All right. BRB. Ooh, boy. Boy. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Ariel's eating food. Uni Bonanza. God damn, Ariel's finished already. I'll be back again. Peanut butter Ariel, peanut butter Ariel. Green ripe bananas. You found the ripe bananas? Great. Give me one. Fuck noodle. What if the Power Rangers came before their time and they were the Go Go Rapscallion Rangers? Because realistically, with the hijinks that they got up to, that seems a bit more accurate. You ever think about just how many songs or themes like revolved around Go Go? I can realistically only think of 2, but still, it's more than you'd think. Go Power Rangers, go Gadget Finger. Go Girls. Go Ninja Turtles or something. Just kidding. I think there's only 3. I don't know. Oy vey. I don't think I told you about my music idea. I want to make a now that's what I call Ariel music compilation CD. With songs like Teenage Mutant Ninja Ariel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Ariel, Ariel in a half shell. You know? Peanut butter Ariel, peanut butter Ariel. Milk and Ariel, Ariel and milk, Ariel and milk. The wheels on the Ariel go round and round. From Josh Groban. Ooh, remember when an Ariel. Yeah. Dick Van Dyke kind of reminded me of that because like that's literally what I go around doing. I just sing songs about Ariel. Well, I reformat real songs about Ariel though. We were gonna do a Christmas album. Here comes Ariel. Here comes Ariel. Right down Ariel Lane. Ariel the red-nosed husky had a fucking weird ass nose. I don't know how much Enrique Iglesias you know, but Tonight I'm touching Ariel. Oh. I need to go test this to make sure it still reads discs. And then I can finish putting it back together and call it a doigt. Ariel got ran over by a reindeer. There we go. Instead of there she blows, this is more like there she close. That's the shitty part about Wheeze. I've learned from the hard way that minor screw placements can fuck up the whole shell and how it sits in the housing. Because like there was always a screw I would switch up and put where it wasn't supposed to be, and it would, you know, just ever so slightly not allow the sheathing to go down enough, so it would end up causing the fucking case to bow, and I'd have to take out every fucking screw just to get to that one again. Yeah, I mean, they're by far the longest console to take apart. It takes me over an hour and 10 minutes for sure. And they're simple, but there's so much. Like I can probably visually tell you how to do it screw by memory. This movie doesn't make any sense to me. I thought he was supposed to be going back into other people's well, I mean he is, but going back in time to like his little sister's friends and his friends. But no, like she's been dead like his whole life already, and he's just bouncing around like some Airbnb that he's at, I guess. Like they seem like they know each other, but like at least a few of them not very well at all. I always like those switches. I didn't in Supernatural at first, but I like when different actors portray the same person. I feel like Jensen and Jared are kind of the only two that really did it the best in Supernatural, though. Yeah, exactly. Only if it's done right. Because like Ruby, I think Ruby was played by at least three people, and they all had like three completely different personas. Meg's kind of similar. She had a couple different personas, but I love the shit out of Rachel Miner's Meg. God damn. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think he's already dead and just transferring around the other people now. Yeah, because apparently this dude slept with this dude's wife while he was in combat, and he found out, and then they got to fight. But while dude was having an episode, like he ran him off the road, and then killed him, and then he ended up, back at the house as one of the other people. And then that's when they were all like, "Oh, he's just got DID. He's having a fucking episode. Stop it. Take your pills." And now the dude's like, "How the fuck did you know that? How the fuck did you know that? Just tell me I know about your shit. Just tell me it was an episode. Say that you're not him. Say you're him." And yeah, now he killed that dude. But he just like, shotgun style blew his head off with the pistol. But now we're getting like an aerial arterial view of that. Like we got the slingshot view, like the reverse of the bullet, Like we were the camera on the back of the bullet, as it exited the head and house. And then now, of course, the two chicks that are left that were outside ran inside. And now there's a mysterious, ominous looking vortex in the sky. I'm assuming that's his consciousness transfer portal thing. Oh my god, I didn't realize the time. Well, I mean, at least I'm done with the Wii, but I really wanted to be done with the Wii and these 5 controllers. Granted, the controllers, even though some of them are PlayStation and need stick drift stuff, they're going to take a lot less time, probably. Is this your new 4 to 12 shift? I didn't even know Walgreens was open that late. Nine to five. Gotta figure out orientation. That's right, I forgot you kind of still got to do a new onboarding now. Oh my god, you're doing bulk pharmaceuticals? Nice. Have you done a warehouse job? Technically, I did, considering I owned a shop, and we had a shop, but I wouldn't really say it was a warehouse job. I've applied to a few, but never accepted. Well, I do know, because I know more than you. You're bulking pharmaceuticals. Would you like melatonin or Oxycontin with your frozen pizza tonight? God. More doctors should be like that. We're gonna give you some antipsychotics and would you prefer Red Baron or Tombstone? No, your insurance doesn't cover DiGiorno. God damn, what a world that would be. Free healthcare, free food, and housing, and then like with your medication, a free pizza. I mean, I guess that's kind of still it goes along the lines of free food, but medication and food. Oh, you're on Zoloft? Okay, we'll give you a loaded baked potato. Oh yeah, so dude played it off like he pulled the gun on himself. Huh. Uh, the girlfriend that he is now in consciously just came in. So she God, that's a mind fuck right there. So he's in her witnessing her boyfriend who he was just shot in. And effectively has died twice now. Oh, you're not gonna be able to finish this movie. Oh wait, fuck. Yeah, you are. For some reason I thought like 20 minutes had just passed. Oh, he fucking knows now. He actually believes this dude is transferring consciousness into different people and trying to stop him. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Oh, okay. I reread the description again. So yeah, he feels responsible for his sister's death, but that's almost irrelevant, except for the fact that I guess that's why he keeps traveling through his friends to stop them from being next. So I guess there's no time looping, like this is all just going on, but one by one he's getting his friends killed and trying to stop it. I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. A freshly grilled panini. Panini does sound tasty. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have either. Focus. What am I supposed to focus on? Not falling asleep. Oh, interesting. He finally went back in time and like went into the consciousness of his sister. Yeah, I'm tired. At least it's your bedtime. I still have to wait a couple hours. Unless I want to wake up at 4 again. Or earlier. Yes, you do. Good night. Have fun. Make sure to orient correctly. Thanks. Oh, he transferred back into himself as a child now, finally. So we are gonna do the time loop thing, kind of.